So we have a very fun and unique art talk this week. So we're doing it on collage. So collage is an art form and a technique incorporating the use of pre-existing materials or objects attached as part of a two-dimensional surface. So despite occasional usage by earlier artists and wide informal use in popular art, collage is closely associated with the 20th century, in which it's often served as a correlation with the pace and discontinuity of the modern world. But a little history first. So collage technically started once paper was made in China around 200 BC. The gluing of paper for decorative purposes began in Japan around the 10th century. Then other materials such as gold leaf, gemstones, those were added for religious purposes during the 15th and 16th centuries. And then gluing for the purposes of memorabilia began in albums in the 18th century. So with that little background, we asked the business development team to create collages representing their lives. And then we're going to compare them to some art styles. So we're calling it our SMA Art Movement collages. So here we have Chuck Goddard's interpretation of collage. And I'd say this piece resonates with the expressionist movement. There's a dynamic application of formal elements and invoking a very old school and classic feel. However, there's a modernist feel to this piece. So we're in this transition of movements between old school and new school. And we can get a sense of Chuck's emotions and personality. I mean, who doesn't love a little Ben and Jerry's Cherry Garcia, am I right? And as well with expressionism, there's use of vibrant and exciting colors, as we can see with the beautiful sunset behind the Eiffel Tower and the colorful lake houses at the top right. Now, Darren's collage invokes the ideas of pop art. Pop art is seen as very glamorous. And as we can see by pictures of Darren's family and pictures of him performing on stage, Darren is a glamorous guy. Pop art is popular with a diverse group of audiences and evolved from a diverse response to commodity-driven values. Pop artists' views are often instilled with romantic, sentimental, and humorous overtones. So Greg Ward's collage takes on an aspect of photorealism. Now that may sound like quite the impressive vocab word, but it's actually quite a literal term. Photorealism was a style that originated in the United States in the 1960s, and it's centered around meticulous attention to detail and rendering subjects in near photographic-like accuracy. And as we can see here, we have photos both new and old. But what strikes a chord with me in this collage is its resemblance to Ansel Adams. We can see a plethora of photographs, especially ones in nature. And as we remember, Ansel Adams was an early member of the Sierra Club and often took photos of the mountains. And so this collage challenges modern art on a different plane. Heather Kirkpatrick's collage is no doubt linked to the floral still lifes of the Dutch, and in her case, Irish Golden Age. There are tones of mauve and peach that stand out against the green with varying bodies of water that frame the piece. And in the lower right-hand corner, the orange feathers and pointed beaks of the birds of paradise command attention. And it's a work of art that depicts innate subject matter, such as flowers, hats, buildings, and of course, a radiant smile. The artist was allowed much freedom to experiment with the arrangement of elements within the composition of the collage. We've got portraits, still lifes, and landscapes. Patty's collage is neoclassicism at its finest. Here we have a beautiful classical painting, and to the left we have the neo part, the iPhone. This piece is oozing with class, from the piano to the tennis to the Grand Canal of Venice. Oh my God, that rhymes. Neoclassicism is characterized by clarity of form, sober colors, shallow space, strong horizontals and verticals that render the subject matter timeless. Peter's collage gives aspects of classical art and whimsical art. There are aspects to it that are colorful, fun, and carefree, contrasted with more serious black and white images and quotes. But I mean, when was the last time anyone saw Santa on an elliptical bike? So that's pretty whimsical if you ask me. But then we have the powerful image of the Rookie film poster and the stoic portrait of President Polk. So this collage really highlights the two opposing styles and highlights Peter's layered personality traits. So with Frank Flora's collage, we're pushing the boundaries and we're creating a new genre. We're going to call it adventure art. Adventure art has very exciting and thrill-seeking aspects and can actually make some people uncomfortable. I mean, let me be clear, you won't catch me skydiving out of a plane anytime soon. However, adventure art tends to be made by very independent people, ones who take life into their own hands and experience the full range of possibilities that nature has to offer. When you strip away the urban layers of stress, status, routine, the artist brings us to our core, our essence, which is a beautiful thing. And finally, we're ending with Tom Hernandez. Tom's piece resonates with rational art. We got a little sports, a little travel, a little music, a little culture. It's all the best things in life that everyone can enjoy. And maybe this piece reminds you of, I don't know, attending your first sporting event, or a beach vacation you took with your family, or a new dish you tried to cook. A wide diversity of people can connect to this collage, and it's the perfect piece to end on. So thank you to the business development team for creating these collages and for letting me riff on them for this week's Art Talk. Thank you.